Do we need brakes?
They'll scratch some.
Well, after a long waited period, we finally got the parts we needed, which was not that, it was that from Rough Country. I had to get rough with Rough Country on some emails because it's been 2 months on waiting for Rough with Rough Country. I'm waiting for something like that. 2 months. So anyway, they finally provided, and gonna kind of wade off into this deal just like the front end to see what it takes to get this thing done. And I've got great guys with lots of good advice to help me on that.
You let me know when you need a 26 millimeter.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we need to go get beer.
I'll buy. I'm saying that. Now Chris has been up since 11:30.
Shit, 10:45.
He may not have been up. He may have just not went to bed.
My alarm went off at 10:30. I said, oh, this is one of those days I can definitely hit snooze. I hit snooze, and then hit snooze again. Well, I'm all snoozed out. It's either get up or dream up a good excuse.
Well, I actually saw you moving, and I had totally in. I was going to leave by 11:30, 11:45, and Gibby texted me, and I thought, well, hell, he's up. So I said, are you going to meet Chris at the gate? He said, yeah, I'm here waiting on him. I go, okay.
Well, hell, what time was that? He was there at...
Well, it's about 15 till 1.
Okay, he's there. I started to say, he was there at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, when he said he was there, I thought, well, because he was there when I was telling him how we need to park. I thought, well, there's really no need to be here. Bust these bolts loose on these springs. Once that's done, I've got the axle supported by a jack. Then I'll take the U-bolts off and go from there. So that's the goal now.
Moving?
Seems like it is. Something's moving.
Let me take the other jack and pick up on the front of it. Other spring. Yep, there you go. Huh. I thought for sure it's going to drop a little.
Rusted up in there.
How did the world ever survive without sawzalls? It's kind of like cell phones. Don't blind open.
Here's our issue. This bolt here, it can't come out because the frame of this, and what this is a frame of, is the receiver hitch. And we're assuming it's all factory because there's nuts and the bolts are all up in there somewhere. Up in the frame. And so we think the best case scenario is just take a sawzall to this bolt and replace this bolt with a grade 8 bolt. So we're gonna have to take the sawzall and cut it off, and have to do the same thing on the other side. So that's why we're having to get the sawzall out. do with those. Now I need to cut the tailpipe off now.
Johnson grass is 60.
Get it? It may not be any better form than how you fucking form or whatever.
Well, I do this. I bought some molasses one time and it had deer lick on there, some shit, big bug attractor.
Yeah.
I poured that shit over everything out there at Harper.
Stumps.
I mean everything. Stumps, trees. I get there next morning, of course get there dark, get in the stand, and I can start to see a little bit of movement. I'm like, oh hell, this is good.
They're over there rolling in it.
Oh no, I had every shitting cow in that pasture over there.
Decent drive.
Plate that holds the axle on, we're gonna loosen it all up. See what happens there.
I've got a shit.
I love about my truck, mine don't burn.
Trying to put a half gallon in it. It's kind of visual. That's kind of what I'm doing too.
Watch, I'm gonna help.
May have us too.
Check that shit out.
He's not happy. Well, we're having a hard time with the axle, get the axle picked back up and get it aligned back onto these springs back here. So we're trying to figure out if we gotta slide the drive shaft back a little bit, or how we need to go about doing that. That's what we're trying to figure out right now. It's not quite lining up. That stinks. We got to drill that out to get on there. That's something else I haven't seen on anybody's YouTube video. Or saw anything like that about having to drill that out.
You ever had pennies or something?
I'll be right back. Okay, we took the bolt back out of this one. We're gonna put it in this part of this shackle first, and then hopefully we can put some weight on it and it'll transfer that one forward, and then line up in the holes and cross your fingers, hold your mouth just right, and we can get the bolt in that way. So try kind of regroup it here. I'll drop the jack down just a little bit, Chris.
Okay.
Okay.
Rednecking.
I think the ratchet strap has replaced chewing gum and baling wire. Much more advanced. Now it's ratchet straps and zip ties.
Idea I had just a second ago was put the jack right here under the spring.
Right.
Jack it up. If it go in there and get the bolt in it, then we can manhandle do either side, do both sides, and then we can manhandle the axle.
So you think I need to hold off on this?
Maybe.
The jack's loose from it.
You're just stretched from the drive shaft up there to the strap.
So now,
Put the jack under the spring, push it up. Same principle as jacking the axle up.
right,
But just do one side at a time.
The axle's held. So let's see what we got here.
A little more.
How much more you need?
Alright, so we're doing each spring individually instead of using the axle to jack them both up. That's pulled forward. We've got tension on the spring, which flattens it out, and we're right on the hole right there. Well, if you can pry that in there, we might not even need to pry on it. Just hammer that in. Might be enough to pull it down.
Down the back seat.
Down.
Down
now
just a little bit.
so now they're flat.
Hold right there.
I'll take a look for that again.
I thought you kind of got that one in a little better than. There it goes. That thread in?
That breaker bar with the socket.
Yeah, there's that.
Ow.
Yeah, don't kick his ass yet. Just make sure we got everything. No, this is just loose too.
Yeah. I don't want the jack to go down. I want Jill to go down.
No, he's talking about the bottom. Bring that bar, Bill. So these springs are bolted in, they're just not tight.
All four corners are holding up there.
Okay, I'm gonna get the jack back under that.
Because I'm not too sure which direction these go up and over. Yeah, I got this side step.
This one's pretty close.
Yeah.
How far off you there, Bill?
Needs to come back about a 2 inch. Yes. That'll just not gonna have to fall in there.
How you looking?
Is it in it? I think it is.
I don't know why. It hadn't fell down flush though. I don't know why.
Where at?
Let me slide you the hammer and maybe give it a love tap. I don't know what it needs. Forward, backwards, up, down, or what.
I can't look. If it ain't, look like it may need to come towards us. Maybe it needs to go forward.
What's your finger? Or maybe it's side to side. Maybe tap on the spring on the inside out or outside in. There we go.
That was it.
It has adjustment for the tightening the parking brake up, but as far as giving you more slack,
Where this piece is mounted,
yeah, it's
some of them are bolted on, and you put, washers underneath it or something.
Oh, yeah.
Basically,
give you a little bit.
slack.
Well, we got a fix for our centerpiece right here that won't quite go over the bolt and the nut on the shack or the leaf springs. I bought these. There's even at Harbor Freight. I thought they were kind of expensive, but it was just under 30 bucks. But I measured out. It's got to be a hole no bigger. It really don't have to be any bigger than 3/4 inch. So this goes to 3/4. So if we get this whole thing through, we'll make it work. So let's get it. Let's see if we can get it drilled out. There we go. pretty good. Alright, got the traction bar in. Got those U-bolts in. Now we gotta put some shocks in this thing, I think. That's my next step. We'll see. I think so. Well, other than a little bit of alignment stuff and maybe some double checking and tightening nuts and bolts and things like that, the lift part is, well, mostly done. I'm having a little bit of issues with these little... Okay, back to what I was talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by the battery issue. I got these spacers for the transfer case bracket that goes across the frame. Well, the issue is one of these is got a nut that comes down, and we got a bolt that goes in. On the YouTube videos I've watched, everybody's had bolts that went in. They're real simple. You kind of put a jack under there, hold your transfer case right, drop this down, slide your spacers in, and bolt it right back up. Well, this side and that side has a nut on it, and this is a... I'm not kind of ignorant here. Is this a unibody frame? Because I can't reach inside of that frame. It's like it's all one piece. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about you. So we'll think on that a little bit. We're gonna try to get that figured out. I figured out how this bumper goes on, and we'll go from there.